I don't know how I did that. Hey, y'all. Hey. Happy Friday, everybody. We are back again.
Yes. Wait a minute.
Um, we just got finished talking backstage about our week, so I ain't gonna pretend like we ain't already had that conversation, but just say we both tired and it's been a long week.
Right, and I forgot to tell you something else backstage, but I ain't gonna say it on the live.
Okay, well, we'll wait till we go backstage. No problem, no problem.
I'll put it
So,
in private chat.
oh, you can do that too. No problem. So y'all come on in, drop down. Once again, people that are over on X, aka Twitter, y'all come on in. Y'all say hi to the people. Look. Hey Yana, hey y'all. I don't know if Busy's coming or not. We sent him the information, but you know what? It's Congressional Black Caucus Week here in DC. And I talked to Busy earlier this week. He may really be busy, like for real. He may be at events for Congressional Black Caucus. I know my girl Simone is in town, and me and her tried to link up, but child, she's doing 500 things, child. And I had a busy week, and we just weren't able to link up. So Busy may be busy. So anyway, let's get into this. So Sunday we found out that I think we already found this out, but if I'm repeating myself, it's okay. Sunday we found out that after Jonathan's eviction, we found out that oh yeah, we did talk about this that everybody else will be in jury. So anything moving forward, everybody now has to sort of reset their strategy because now it's about managing the jury. Which I feel some kind of way about that too, but anyway, we're gonna get into it. Can I say something? My people are used to me doing this. Let me tap on the screen. Can I say something? I really feel like this group of players is way too sensitive and way too worried about what other people are going to do and think. At the end of the day, you're playing a game, and either they're going to respect the game or not. When we look at Big Brother, and you correct me if I'm wrong, Cheeks, because you are a super fan as well. But when you think about Big Brother and it gets down to the final two, some of the most hated people in the house got the jury vote because they respected the way the game was played. Am I wrong?
It depends on the jury. If you have a strategic jury, yes. If you have an emotional jury, no.
Yeah, that's true.
Which is why Josh won a season, Franzel won a second season, and KC won a season. So if you have a bitter jury, it could go either way.
That's valid. That's true. That's valid. That's valid. And this jury is definitely emotional because I'm sick of all of these tears. I'm so sick of all of them. I'm so sick of this. Like in the beginning, the flip-flop was cute because it'd been so long since we had seen people flip in the house and all of that stuff. But I'm over it now. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. I mean, what you think? Okay. Got you. What do you think? I mean, we talked about this backstage, but when I tell you I'm so sick of these tears, I'm so sick of these grown ass people crying.
I'm tired of the tears. I can't take another cry session on this show. That's why I have not watched the show since Sunday, because Sunday was 45 minutes of tears, and I just turned my TV off. I said I can't take it no more.
And it was 45 minutes of tears for what? Like,
these people are not going to the grave; they are going to the house.
Right. And for the people that are going home, and here's the part that I really don't get. Here's the part that I really don't get. Oh my gosh. He was so close to the 750,000. But so are you. Like, do you not understand that the least that the more people go home and you're still there, the closer you are?
You want
the 750,000?
Or you want him to have the 750? Because I'm gonna always want the 750 for myself.
Exactly. And I'm so confused. So confused. Like, y'all are really sitting here mad that you sent somebody home that's trying to get the same thing you want. I don't even understand that. Like, anyway, let's get into what had happened, child. So Sunday, and I don't have any notes, so we're gonna do the best we can with what we got, y'all. Sure so is. Sunday night, we know Chelsea wins HOH, right?
Yes.
Chelsea won the HOH. It was one of those, you know, they it was like a memory thing. They showed them a bunch of videos, and they had to remember what came first, what came second, and at the end, if there was a tiebreaker, they had to come up with the amount of time for something. So, and again, yeah, I really don't want to sound like I really don't want to sound like the Scrooge of the season or the bah humbug, but generally speaking, my memory is not great. Okay, generally speaking, I knew all the answers to those questions.
I was just gonna say that. As I was watching and I was answering along, I said I could have won this one. I could have won that.
Yeah, I mean, granted, we had just watched it and they had to watch it over a series of hours. So yeah. I mean, that's fine, but I really feel like those questions weren't that hard, though.
They were not. I said
the fact that so many people were in the tiebreaker at the end, I think validates the fact that it wasn't that hard.
Can we talk about that extra zero Cam had and how he would have been HOH if he would have knew how to do math?
Right. Can we talk? And I'm not even a math person, but can we talk about Chemo as well? Remember, Chemo was like, I fucked that up. Like,
I was like, that would have been my HOH because I am the math girl, and I was looking
at the math person. You just said that last week when Busy was, because I was in the chat when Busy asked you which competition do you think you could win, and you were like any of the math ones. You just said that.
Math. And when I saw that extra zero, I said, Cam, now you
you said, come on now. So let's talk about some of the things. So Chelsea wins HOH, right?
Mm-hmm.
Immediately, Cam and Chelsea are not in a good space for a couple of reasons. One, because Cam felt some kind of way because he felt like Chelsea sort of blindsided him by flipping her vote and not letting him know that she was flipping her vote. What do you think? How do you feel about that?
She could have let him know. Because even if he didn't want to vote out Quinn, she could have still told him. Because to me, Chelsea, who else you have in this house but Cam if you plan on voting out Quinn?
I agree.
Wait. Now, yeah, that was last week. Wait, who did she vote out? Quinn?
Remember, no, not Quinn. That was no, Joseph. Remember, they flipped the vote on Joseph.
Yeah, she put out Joseph.
And
I don't know. I probably turned the episode off by the end. They was crying too much. But I don't care because Cam doesn't get any camera time. He really doesn't understand how to play the game. Who cares if we tell Cam who we voting for? He ain't gonna do nothing about it.
Cam is such a dud. Oh my gosh,
he's gonna win a competition.
Right. He is such a dud. So Jonathan said, I thought they were really playing this season. They seem braver. I will say, I like the fact that they're voting for who they want to vote for. I'm glad they're not doing this whole, the house has to be unanimous. I hate that. So I will give you that people are, I do feel like people are doing a better job of that this season. Cause I told y'all how that irks my nerves, the whole, everybody, just because the HOH wants it to be like, I told y'all how that irks my nerves. So I agree with you on that.
Because the HOH won out. People are actually playing the game for themselves. It's just too emotional for me. And and to be honest, it's the HOHs that are making the wrong decisions. They keep putting their allies on the block and we keep voting them out. So you keep putting them on the block, we're going to keep voting them out.
Because again, because they're scared of that whole blood on my hands thing. Like T-Core did it when hey El Teddy, T-Core did it when it was her week. Well, we saw Quinn did it twice. Quinn, you're an idiot. Like, we'll get to Quinn in a minute. But Quinn, you're just an idiot. Like, you literally wasted 2 HOHs. You're an idiot. Why? There's no listen. It's one thing when the pickings get slim. But Quinn, you were literally the second HOH of the season or the third HOH. You had the whole house to pick from. It made no sense that you would ever felt like you had to put anybody that you were in an alliance with on the block. That makes absolutely no sense. And there's nobody that's going to convince me that it did. Sorry, not sorry. You putting Cedric on the block was stupid. It was just dumb. And then you doing it to Joseph because you said, well, I have an alliance with this person and I told this person that, and that person saved me last week. But Joseph is literally one of your final twos. Now, granted, he had a final two with about 5 people. But if Joe, like, there were people in the house you had no relationship with.
Mm-hmm.
And it made no sense. It just made no sense to me.
And can we also rewind and really think that Cedric eviction changed so much of the course of this game? If Cedric wouldn't have went home, everybody would be in a different position in this game. And so, Quinn, you messed it up for yourself. Now that Joseph eviction was dumb. Cedric, I get it. Okay, you messed up. Pawn, Cedric, you should have won because honestly, you volunteered. You did volunteer. But Joseph was just dumb. Like, who cares what the house would think about it? Put up who you want to put up. Don't put your number one on the block.
And especially since, Quinn, you are a comp. I don't want to use the word comp beast because I think that's an overused word, but you definitely have shown that you can win competitions. So I wouldn't have been, if I were Quinn, I feel like you, out of everybody in that house, you're in the driver's seat, especially now that Tucker's gone. You know you can win comps. You know you have alliances with half the damn house. Like, eventually that's going to come back and bite you in the butt. But for right now, live in that. Like, use it to your advantage. Like, it just, anyway. So Chelsea,
Joseph was gone though, so I don't care.
You said what?
I was happy Joseph left the house. So
Joseph was a dud too. And again, I hate that whole, oh, I'm just going to throw competitions and sit back and talk shit. Because again, and you know, I'm no fan of Angela's. Let's be clear. But for you to sit there and be like the way he was talking, you know, to Angela, and then your ass ended up going home. I was with Angela. I'd have laughed, but the way I would have laughed when that vote came in.
Angela was laughing. I got to go back and watch.
No, I said the way I would have laughed. Angela wasn't laughing. I would have laughed. The way I would have laughed.
She should have laughed. She was going all crazy eyes and stuff. That was Angela's moment. I would have held the door open for him.
You ain't never lied. I sure would have. El Teddy said MJ won more comps than him, though. But MJ's not even in this. I'm not talking about MJ. I agree. But I'm talking about with Quinn as the HOH. I'm saying if I'm Quinn as the HOH, I know I can win competitions, or at least I feel I can win competitions because I've won them. I agree. MJ is really the person they need to be looking at, and ain't nobody paying her ass no attention, which we're going to get at. We're going to get at that in a minute. You are absolutely correct. MJ is the person they need to be looking at. But I'm just saying, as far as this Quinn conversation of his wasted HOAs, that's all I'm saying. So HOHs, I say HOAs, Lord. So Chelsea becomes the HOH, and of course her no-brainer layup is going to be Angela. And I'll be honest with you, again, I'm no fan of Angela, but I do understand where Angela is coming from. Angela is like, listen, at this point, I'm just the easy pick. Like, I'm the don't want to get any blood on my hands pick. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but if I was Angela, I'd just put me a little pillow and blanket in that chair, because you know you're going to be nominated and you know you're not going to go home. So you know you are a safe pawn. Nobody is threatened by you for real. I'm over Angela and all her tears. Like, at this point, Angela, win another competition.
After what happened this week, and I'm going to get to that, but after what happened this week, Angela deserved to win, because that's what's about to happen. Y'all gonna mess around and keep overlooking her ass, and she gonna mess around and win. Y'all gonna keep overlooking her ass.
Get your swaps in, really do, but you get your swap in before Thursday.
Yeah, I got mine in before Thursday.
Because I went ahead and picked up Angela. I said I ain't leaving no more points.
I don't have any more swaps. I'm done. So whatever I have left is, Quinn was on my team. So whatever I have left, I think who I had on the bench, I'll look at it in a minute. But I know Cam. Oh, he's such a dud. Damn, I put Cam
on the bench. He had 3 points 1 week. I said, what am I? I'd rather have
he's been on the bench for. I've had Cam on the bench for a minute. T-Core is on my team. Cam and I think those are the two people on my bench.
Nice.
I have to look. I'll look at my team in a minute. Before we get off here, we'll look at our teams.
Yeah.
So Chelsea puts up Angela, and then Chelsea puts up Chemo. What do you think about those choices?
I don't care.
Yeah, because honestly, I mean, Chemo has lucked up and like linked up with some good alliances, but honestly, it ain't like he doing a whole lot either. So I don't care. Like I like Chemo, but I don't care about Chemo being
put
up.
a pause right there though for 1 second, really and talk about the strategy of the game. If we look at who's left in the house, who is talking strategy? Like we need to do this to get to the end of the game.
They're all moving on emotion, which is what pissed me off this week. They're all moving on emotion.
So Chemo only has TT to core. That's all Chemo has, and Rubina by default. None of them are talking about, and they're the trio. And from us watching at home, we see them as the power trio because you are a solid threesome. They don't even know it to be making power moves. They just happy to be friends, and I'm upset. They put
doing each other's hair and shit.
But they not even talking like, okay, it's us three. Let's link up with Chelsea or Mackenzie, a comp beast, or somebody that could win comps, and let's get out Cam. Let's go after Leah. Like nobody is talking game. It's all, well, if they put one of us up, I guess I'll go after them. Nobody is thinking about that's why this season is boring. Nobody is talking game. That's one reason why I like Quinn or not. He was talking game. Tucker talked game. Cedric talked game. Brooklyn was talking game. Like all the people who were actually talking about the game are gone. Mm-hmm. They sitting at home watching it with us. And we just looking at people, like you said, do hair.
Everybody is on. I feel like everybody that's left is playing offense. I don't see anybody. I mean, everybody's playing defense. I don't see anybody playing offense. I don't see everybody. Okay, Timothy says Chelsea and MJ. I'm going to tell you why I disagree with that in a minute. I understand what you're saying, but I'm going to tell you why I disagree with that in a minute. Because again, they were talking. Well, I guess we'll talk about it now because we might as well go ahead. So Angela, so Angela and T-Core up on the block. Angela wakes up in the middle of the, I don't know whether it was the middle of the night or the middle of the day, child. It's the Big Brother house. Who knows what time it was, but it was nighttime. She wakes up. She can't sleep. She realizes that she's the only one in the room. She's by herself. So she said, oh, that must mean that they're talking strategy. So they, of course, make a big production of her walking through the house, looking for everybody. And everybody's out back, except for like Chelsea and Cam, which were probably up in the HOH room. But like T-Core, Leia, Quinn, Chemo, and Rubina were like all outside, right? So what does Angela do? And here's the thing. Angela is not stupid. Angela knows exactly what the fuck she's doing. Angela goes to Chelsea and says, hey, last night they were all outside talking game and they were making an alliance. They've linked up. Quinn and whoever have linked, and Leia, they've linked up with Rubina, T-Core, and Chemo, and they're now going to be, they've got the numbers and they're going to be coming for you. Now, Chelsea, here's where this is why I disagree with what you were saying, Timothy. This is my opinion, though, boo. Chelsea says, well, Angela's been known to overreact and see things, her way, but I don't know. Maybe I need to think about getting rid of Quinn now. You mean to tell me that with everything that Angela has done this season, whether she was being paranoid, whether she just outright lied on people, you mean to tell me that you're going to blow up your situation with Quinn over something Angela told you, and Angela's on the block. Angela's trying to get off the block. Angela, like, it never made sense to me. So then she goes to MJ. So then her and MJ decide, well, maybe we should flip the house. Maybe we should send Quinn home. I don't know. He is the bigger threat. The way it was edited, now I know some of y'all look at the live feeds, but the way that it was edited, it looks like MJ and Chelsea didn't start talking about the strategy of sending Quinn home until Angela told them Quinn had linked up. You see what I'm saying?
You
so
know
I'm
what?
not even gonna give you credit for that because you didn't do it until you felt like you felt like Quinn made a move against you. You didn't say this would be a good week for us to get rid of Quinn.
And you ain't even
Y'all was content with just sending Angela home.
Because at first it was absolutely not. I'm not putting up Quinn. And then Angela said something and now you want to put him up. Really, big, you just said a word. And I might take this back because I used to think Angela can't win the game. Angela might can win this game.
If they keep saving her and letting her stay around, again, it goes back to what type of jury are we going to have? Because at this point, to be honest with you, if I'm on jury and it comes down to Angela and anybody other than MJ, with the people that are left in the house, anybody other than MJ, I vote for Angela. The fuck at this point?
I'm telling you, it's gonna be a bitter jury because it depends. Quinn is in the jury, and I see Quinn as the only person that understands.
Oh, Quinn is bitter. We about to talk about that. Oh, Quinn is bitter.
Right, but I'm saying he might be the only one that understands the game. But if Quinn is bitter, the jury is going to be bitter because these people don't understand how to play the game. They're, like you said, they're playing off of emotions. And depending on how they get sent up out the house, I could see this being a very bitter jury. And I'll be here for it because I really don't care who wins, honestly.
At this point, I don't care who wins either. Like I said, anytime I'm saying I will vote for Angela, that I don't care. El Teddy says Quinn hasn't been loyal. He should have been gone. But that's what I'm saying, El Teddy. In any other season, Quinn would have been on the same list that Tucker was on. Like Quinn, if they were talking strategy, Quinn should have been on the block.
Quinn should have never came off the block when Tucker was HOH. Quinn should have been home watching the TV show like us.
Quinn should have never made it to jury. I agree.
But that was Tucker's mistake.
I agree. But again, that goes back to this is not about strategy. They're playing on emotion, which you're right. That means it'll probably be an emotional jury. But they're not playing, in my opinion, they're not playing on strategy. They're just like with that whole Angela thing. I understand what you're saying. El Teddy says, but it was still up to MJ to use the veto. Chelsea should have told MJ not to use the veto. I agree. I'm agreeing with you that the only reason why the two of them even started talking strategy about what to do and, we're going to use the veto and put Quinn up is because of Angela. Angela dangled that. Angela played that card.
The one talking about look at all the black people in the backyard. That
absolutely was her.
And so how Chelsea, you gonna believe anything Angela say about somebody sitting in the backyard when she was just talking about y'all being the next cookout in the backyard? Like, please.
But remember, Chelsea was a part of the first alliance that Angela blew up. Like, she gets paranoid and she makes shit up and she sees stuff that's not necessarily there. So again, and it's just my opinion. I just feel like Angela was the one that, because let's be clear, it wasn't a wrong move to send Quinn home. My problem is it wasn't Chelsea's idea. When she got HOH, she didn't say, hey, I need to get, because let's be clear, if Chelsea was thinking strategy, in my opinion, the two people she sends home, strategy-wise, or at least I would say the three people she thinks about sending home would be Quinn, MJ, and T-Core. Those are three that you think about. Now, I wouldn't have sent T-Core home because I wouldn't have. But MJ and Quinn absolutely are on my mind. They're absolutely on my mind.
I disagree, really, B.
Okay.
If I was Chelsea, I would have been looking at the trio. One of them three got to go. I would have put up Rubina and Chemo. T-Core could have been mad all she wanted to. Girl, you better pipe down before if one of them come down, you go on the block. I would have went after that trio. And if she was scared to go after two of the three, she should have put up Leah. As Chelsea, I'm never putting up Quinn. He's a bigger target than me because what you let Angela do is set you up to be the next target to go home because the biggest target, that your shield is gone. You don't have Quinn to hide behind anymore. And after Quinn, you the next big dog on top. So I feel like she should have shot at the trio or she should have shot at Leah. Because Quinn wasn't going to put Chelsea on the block.
Yeah, but again, I don't know. I just feel like none of them are playing strategy. Everything, like I said, everything is defense. Everything is a reaction. Nobody seems to be making strong offensive moves. It's all reactionary. Even the Tucker Quinn back and forth was emotion. It's all emotion. Because like you said, there's no reason in the world why Tucker was supposed to take Quinn off the block. Like none.
That was the dumbest game move I ever seen. You know Quinn was coming for you. Why are you taking him off the block? Who did Tucker end up getting out that week? Brooklyn. He went after Brooklyn.
Right, Brooklyn, yeah.
Oh well.
So Brooklyn, so we have the so let's talk about this power veto. It was Hotep. What's his name?
Otep.
I said Hotep. Anyway, Otep. This was probably the craziest Hotep competition I have ever seen. First of all, it was only one question. And only one person got that question right. Which means everybody got eliminated except for MJ. Is everybody in the house that dumb?
They are. It's obvious. When I tell you I was so pissed off because I know the spoilers based from Twitter and YouTube before the episodes come out. I heard it was Otep. I got excited. That's one of my favorite vetoes. Then I heard Otep only lasted one round. And I was like, how the hell it only lasts one round? And it was like, everybody got the question wrong. I was pissed off. I said, how does everybody get out? I don't think in the history of Big Brother, we've seen Otep go. I've always seen Otep go to the final round.
Never.
Now, I don't even want to watch. After that happened, that's why I haven't watched since Sunday night. I ain't even want to watch it. I said, I don't even want to watch it.
Now, and El Teddy, you can agree or disagree with me in the chat. As an educator, I put my educator hat on. And I get it. It's a show. You got to go with what you got to go with. But as an educator, the first thing I said to myself was, if everybody except for one person answered the question wrong, then the question I have to ask is, was the question flawed?
Well, what was the question? I know everybody answered Tucker, but that wasn't the correct answer.
So they were asking about, I forget the exact wording, but I'm just going to paraphrase it. And y'all correct me in the chat. They were asking about, El Teddy said he thought the same thing. See, that was the first thing I thought. Okay, so the question was something along, I'm paraphrasing y'all, so this is not the exact question. But they asked, remember that game they played where it was like the second competition, the one Angela won, where they had to get in groups, and the first two people that weren't in groups were eliminated. Remember they had to? It was knockout competition. Knockout. That was it. Knockout competition. So the first knockout was if you're not in a group by the end of 5 seconds or whatever, you're automatically eliminated, right? But the caveat was that person is no longer in the house. So the reason why everybody said Tucker is because in the first round of the knockout competition, Tucker and MJ were the ones knocked out. They didn't get in a group. However, what MJ said was, well, we played a social round first. So the social round, the two people that were knocked out of the competition were Cedric and Chelsea. And because Chelsea is still in the house,
the answer is Cedric.
Right. But here's my caveat.
That was a hard question.
And Chelsea were never even eligible to play.
Right, because they were The mascots.
The first HOH not to play. That's what it was. Thank you, Timothy. So my thing is, was the answer really Cedric? Because if Cedric and Chelsea weren't even eligible to play, technically they weren't knocked out because they never could play to begin with, which is why I think everybody said Tucker.
Mm-hmm.
So everybody said Tucker except for MJ. MJ said Cedric. Even Chelsea, who was the mascot with Cedric, said Tucker.
The question was flawed. I agree.
So to me, I think that's one of those, like, again, I had to put my teacher hat on and say, if the whole class answered, and it's not just that the whole class got the question wrong, the whole class answered the exact same wrong question, except
With
for one person.
Mm-hmm.
Right. They all said, I could see if they had a variety of people. They all said Tucker, which says to me that everybody misunderstood the question the exact same way, except for MJ. Now, maybe MJ was just that smart. I don't know. Okay, Bria said, how many people think the question was flawed? If we have 229 people in the chat, put a 1 in the chat if you think the question was flawed. Put a 2 in the chat if you think everybody just dumb.
I think the question was flawed.
No, put a 2 in the chat if everybody just dumb. Put a 1 in the chat if the question was flawed.
That's one of them questions. If you're going to have a twister, you know, one of them tricky questions, make that be like the 4th or 5th. Don't put that up first. Don't make that your first question.
Right. Now, if that had been like the 5th question and it was a twist, okay, maybe. But yeah, that was the first question. Okay, Jonathan says 1 and 2. We got a couple of 1s. Okay. So again, I'm just saying, as a teacher, if I give a quiz and all of my students answer the same incorrect question, that makes me question, let me go back and look at the way I worded this question.
Right.
Now, again, it's in, it's a TV show and it is what it is. Right. A tiebreaker question. Yeah. So anyway, that's how it only lasted 1 round. And you could almost tell that Big Brother didn't know what to do, because I don't think, if you go back and look at it, I know you said but just go look at the competition, because let me tell you why. The way it was edited, and I understand editing, because if this had been live, but I know editing, but the way, pay attention to how even the game almost paused. It was like when everybody went up there, because first of all, they should have known something was wrong because it was so hard for them to find Tucker's name. Like literally, right. Angela was the first one up there.
Because that means
it wasn't that many Tuckers in the rounds. Mm-hmm. Right. So first of all, that should have been their first clue, right? It wasn't a lot of Tuckers, or they couldn't find them. But it was almost like when everybody said Tucker, 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 and then when MJ said Cedric, it was almost like everything paused for a second. And then it was almost like Big Brother ain't know what to do. Like, damn, I guess we got to eliminate everybody. I guess everybody got it wrong except for her. Like, it was almost like, well, shit.
They didn't have to. They didn't have to. Someone could have said, someone could have said, look, production, Chelsea and Cedric weren't even eligible to be HOH. That's why we all thought Tucker. And production could have reset the game because the veto is not live. We would have never known about that.
I agree.
Reset the game. And
I agree with you 100%. I agree with you 100%. And let's be clear, in the history of Big Brother, I'm sure it wouldn't have been the first time that they reset a game and we didn't know nothing about it.
No.
So, with that being said, that is how MJ wins the power veto. MJ and Chelsea decide they're going to use the power veto and basically backdoor Quinn. Again, I'm not mad at them getting Quinn out the game. Quinn needed to go.
No.
I just feel like it was Angela that did it. That's my opinion. I know y'all can,
Quinn leaving the game, it was just a bad game move for Chelsea, but a good game move for everybody else.
Well, it was a great game move for Angela, because once again, Angela got somebody to use the damn veto on her. You realize Angela has gotten 3 different people. She's gotten 3 different people to use that damn veto on her. 3 different
people. Angela has all of her haters sitting at the house watching her on TV.
Sure
Oh,
does.
because the rest of the people in the
Sure
house
does.
are kind of indifferent with Angela. They don't care. But everybody that hated Angela and wanted her out, they're all at home watching her on TV. Look,
Sure
this
are.
this live right here about to make me an Angela fan. I might be rooting for Angela to win in a minute.
I told you at this point, I'm rooting for it too, because I'm like, y'all have really let this woman come in and manipulate the hell out of this game. Like, this woman has really look.
I'm gonna have to see the post game interviews, because I don't know if this is really strategy of Angela's or is it luck from her erratic behavior and she just lucking into her haters going home. I don't know. I want to hear if she come up and say, yeah, I planted that in Chelsea and Mackenzie ear because I wanted Quinn out. If she can own that, girl, I'll give it up to you. But was she really just panicking?
I was gonna say, I don't think Angela will ever admit until, like you said, until it's over. Because Angela is really playing dumb. Because, like, even when Chelsea confronted her and was like, well, Angela, you said ... Angela was like, I don't think that's what I said. And of course, production played it back. And of course, Angela said exactly what Chelsea said. She said, and Angela was like, I don't think that's what I said. And she even says in her confessional, I'm gonna let Chelsea have this because, of course, I'm not gonna go against the HOH. If she says I said it, but I don't think I said it. And I'm like, girl, you said it, and you know that's what you said it, because you couldn't run up them stairs fast enough to tell Chelsea that the people were in. Oh, because they tried to say Leah, and she was like, she was saying, I never said Leah's name, because of course now she's trying to protect Leah, because her and Leah are supposed to be cool. Because Leah was like, why would you do that? Why would you put me in it? And she was like, I didn't put you in it, Leah. Leah, I would never do that to you.
Mm-hmm.
Knowing, she said they're in the background linking up. She said Leah and Quinn are linking up with Rubina, T-Core, and Kimu. She knew what the hell she said. How you forget you said Leah when you was basically trying to make it seem like they were linking up behind your back? Girl, you knew what you said.
Really, B. I done finally learned that man name, but now you calling him Kimu.
What that bad? I thought his name was
Kimu.
Oh, Kilolo, whatever.
What you calling him Kimu now?
Child. He gonna be in jury next week. It don't matter, child.
I hope so.
So basically, Quinn is fighting for his life. They let him know that basically MJ is going to use the POV and I'm probably gonna put you up, basically. And Quinn is like, wait, whoa, where did this come from? Like, and why me? Like, first of all, why is she using the veto? I thought Angela was the target. And if she uses the veto, why am I the replacement? Out of all the people in the house, why me?
Why not you?
Well, but I'm just saying that was his response. So at this point, he knows. Like, he knows the jig is up. He knows he's being backdoored. And I mean, he campaigns, but I mean, he practically promised Chelsea to never, ever put her up for the rest of his life. You know what I mean? Like, he gave her everything he could possibly promise her. And her attitude was basically like, go on a campaign, see if you can get enough votes. Like,
once you expose to someone that you're about to backdoor them, no matter what they say, you have to go through with it, because once they know that you thought about it, now you're their number one target. So once you say it out loud to that person, you got to go ahead and go through with it.
Right. So before we get to the vote, can we talk for a minute about Chelsea and how I agree with you that Chelsea has sort of put a target on her back, but not for the reasons that you think. She's not good with Cam right now. Cam is still pissed off at her. And I'm not saying that Cam is a threat. That's not my point. What I'm saying is she was acting real jealous in the house this week because Cam was getting close to MJ and Leia. Mm-hmm. And that's going to be the problem. It ain't even Cam, because Cam ain't a threat to nobody, child. But MJ could be.
MJ could be, Leah this week is her biggest threat because we don't really know what Leah gonna do, but I heard she was coming after the black girls. Oh damn it, we ain't got to the spoilers yet, but
all right, well, never mind. We'll still
y'all
wait.
know
We'll
we
still
be
wait.
spoiling anyway, so y'all ready for it. Y'all don't usually click off the video anyway. I forgot what I was about to say.
You said Leah is her biggest threat this week.
Leah is her biggest threat this week. If you like Cam, you should have been shot your shot. You can't be mad that MJ got bored and start rubbing on his forehead and stuff. You should have been said something if you like that man. I don't want to see another showman's though, but if you was worried about MJ and Cam, you should have put MJ on the block last week. Like everybody is in their feelings about something one way, but then making a dumb game move the other way. Like if you feel some kind of way about MJ, put her ass on the block.
Exactly. Because like I said, I agree with El Teddy when he said that MJ is really the comp beast this season. And especially after that last one with you won OTEV in one question.
And she was the only one to get that tricky question. Oh, that's a problem.
Yeah.
You're the only one that thought that hard about, oh, but they did a social comp. Yeah, go ahead and put MJ on the block.
That's what I'm saying. Like she should have been on the radar. But again, that goes back to what I was saying. Everybody is on emotion. She should have already been on y'all's radar. She should have.
I'm sorry, 7,000. I'm sorry. It's Friday. It was a long week at work. I had me a little bit of social enjoyment before the live, and so forgive me. I thought most people do click off.
Listen, apologies, you guys. Y'all know that it's been we're in week 8 and we haven't messed up yet. We make mistakes. Sometimes shit happens.
Yeah.
We still love you though. So the vote happened. So last night, Julie Chen, she got the C19. So they had a guest host last night, Jerry O'Connell. Listen. I think that was a situation where nobody but Julie Chen can do this job at this point. I don't really care. Like Jerry O'Connell didn't bother me. Like he really didn't bother me so much. But that's who the host was last night. And we get to the vote and child Quinn get voted out. Now, Quinn is me and I am Quinn. Because the minute the vote came down, Quinn was like, oh, you guys are losers.
No, go ahead and hold the door open for Quinn. Go on out there and talk to Jerry. Sorry.
He was like, you losers. And he did hug everybody, but it was like a quick, yeah, all right, whatever. All right, fuck y'all. All right, damn. All right, whatever. Like it was that quick ass whatever, right? And then Rabina tried to give him something. He was like, no, I don't need nothing. I don't need nothing you trying to give me.
A friendship bracelet.
Whatever it was, he was like, I don't need it. I don't need nothing you trying to give me. Listen. I'm not getting ready to sit here and pretend I'm cool with the fact that y'all just voted me out of that. First of all, you backdoored me. I ain't about to be sitting here and be cool that I just lost $750,000.
Right.
Now, don't get me wrong. I get it that it's a game, but you're gonna have to give me a minute. I'm gonna need a minute. Let me swim around in that pool down at the jury house by myself for a couple of days. I'm gonna need it. I'm gonna need to be by myself for a day or two.
I'm gonna need it too, but El Teddy is right. He had 3 days to prepare himself because once you're backdoored, you know you're the target and you're going home. So he should have been new. It shouldn't have been no shock. This wasn't no blindside, Quinn. You could have hugged them people and took that lady bracelet and threw it in the trash in the studio outside. If you really,
I'm not hugging none of them motherfuckers.
Like they've been crying and hugging all season. You could have hugged them. He was crying all season.
Like I said, I get it. It's a game. Somebody got to go home. And I agree, El Teddy. I agree 100%. Quinn done effed up. He had a final 2 with everybody in that damn house. I'm not saying Quinn didn't deserve to go home. What I'm saying is I'd have walked out the house like Quinn walked out the house. Who was it that wouldn't hug nobody? That would have been me. I'm not hugging nobody.
Cody from the one that married Jessica, he walked on that coffee table. He didn't even grab his bag. He said, let me out of here. F all of y'all. I see you on the outside, Jessica. He got on that coffee table and was out.
That would have been me.
Me too, because I don't really like touching a lot of people I don't know anyway, and all that crying and stuff would have got on my nerve.
Because I'm
don't
telling
cry
you,
for me after you vote me out, and if you do cry for me, you better break me off about $7,000 once you win the check. If you do cry for me,
and see, that's the other thing too. See, that's why people like me don't need to be on these kind of shows with the personality that I have. Number one, I'm not hugging nobody. Number two, when we vote people out, I am not crying. I'm gonna be the person in the back that's trying to hold in. Like, I'm gonna have to pretend like I gotta go to the bathroom after every eviction, because I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like I'm sad.
not at all.
Me getting rid of you put me one step closer to winning this game. I'm not sorry. We can be friends later. We got our Instagram handles. I will hit you up on the back end. I will slide in your DMs when I get home. But please know that I am not sad to see you walk out that door.
Right.
Better you than me. Listen, the alternative is me.
In 45 days, we getting ready to party on finale night. What am I crying for?
We can get drunk as hell, like Angela said that she want to do pot with them. She want to smoke pot with them. Baby, we gonna smoke the reefer, okay? I don't even smoke weed. I'm just saying, if Angela want to smoke the pot with them, we'll do it when I get out of here. But for right now, I'm not sad to see you walk out that door, and I'm not happy to be walking out that door, no matter how I played the game. I don't give a damn.
You right.
Now, like I said, by the time me being at the jury house by myself for a day or two, by the time somebody show up, I might be ready to talk to you because I've been by myself for 2 or 3 days. I think this week is gonna be a double eviction. So Quinn, I don't think you're gonna be there that long by yourself, bro. But neither here nor there. Okay, it's all well and good. I'm gonna swim around in this damn pool. I'm gonna eat this good food they gonna give me. I don't know what else they let them do at the jury house, but whatever they let me do, I'm gonna do it until somebody else show up. But I promise you, in that moment, I don't give a damn if I had 3 days to get used to it or not. Fuck all y'all. And that's how I would feel about it.
What if Quinn gets stuck in that jury house for a week with Angela? That would be must-see TV. Like, if it wasn't a
is Leia finally admitted that she does like Quinn. Leia, you don't like Quinn. You don't like Quinn. You're bored. You're bored, and Quinn is showing you something.
She's not bored. She just lying.
Because if you like Quinn, you'd have been like Quinn. Quinn been shooting his shot for the last month and a half.
He ain't chubby nor rich, and that's what you was going for, the chubby rich men. So please,
I forgot she was the chubby chaser. Child, I forgot about that.
Yeah, and half of us ain't even know what Quinn was really rocking with until he said it anyway because of the hair, and that's just a fact. But
what did he say? What is he?
Well, you know, I believe he's straight, but I'm just saying in pregame when I did my pregame assessments, I always thought Quinn was one of the girls.
I thought Quinn was I thought Quinn was asexual.
No, I thought Quinn was a girl, a lady, until he got.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right. Remember, we were debating. We didn't know. You're right. We were debating. Yeah.
So she ain't want that man because if that was really your type, you would have jumped on him week 1. Like Mackenzie was ready to jump on Matt, but he went home.
Right. So yeah, honestly, y'all. So I apologize again. Once again, I apologize that we actually let out the spoiler, but we're going to pause here. So if people didn't catch it the first time, we're going to pause here. So if you don't want to know who the new HOH is, we're going to pause for 10 seconds like we normally do before we get into the new HOH and strategy and the game and the fantasy game. We'll get into our fantasy updates and all of that. So 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, because I've been talking for 10 seconds. So 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi, 5 Mississippi, 6 Mississippi, 7 Mississippi, 8 Mississippi, 9 Mississippi, 10 Mississippi. Who's the new HOH, Angela?
Leah is the new HOH.
I need to see what the hell she won, child. I need to see what competition she fucked around and won.
I don't know what they was doing, but the live feeders were upset. They were pissed off. They were ready to march down to CBS and cuss somebody out because they said the feeds were off for 11 and a half hours straight. And they could not see.
So maybe it was a pressure cooker kind of thing.
It had to be something they don't want us to see. They didn't show any part of the HOH. I don't know how they know Leah was HOH. Maybe they just saw her with the key around her neck, but the feeds were down for 11 and a half hours.
Damn.
So I don't know. Oh, and everybody's sleeping in the backyard, even the HOH. I'd be pissed.
Maybe it was kind of like, oh, that's interesting. So yeah, this is going to be definitely interesting.
It's something with the week. I think they have to. I don't know how long they got to sleep in the backyard, but they all in the backyard with their clothes, everything. Like they can't go in the house at all. I would be pissed.
Huh.
And they have to sleep on cots. Do you know? I know Angela is going through it because I might not be 50, but I'm close enough, and I can't sleep on the cot. My back would be toe up.
Damn, a whole week outside? Yeah. I need to know what happened in that HOH. It must have been a hell of a punishment or something. This is it. So her whole HOH, she gonna be sleeping outside.
Outside.
Oh, that's crazy as hell.
Mm-hmm. I don't know who the
nominees are. Well, go ahead, boo.
I was just saying, I don't know who the noms are. I haven't heard the official nominations. I've heard two different sides of the coin where she either going after the black girls, TT and Chelsea, or she's going after the trio and TT and Rubina.
Interesting. Well, that is our breakdown. So let's get into this fantasy. I am really loving this, even though I am not winning. But I'm really loving the whole, just like keeping up with the evictions and all that good stuff. So where do we stand this week, Cheeks, in the game?
Look, I Am the Joneses has been in first place, I think, the
whole time.
In the 1 week she wasn't in first, she was in second. So I don't know. Let's see who this lady got. She has to be playing Angela every week. She has Angela, Chelsea, Rubina, and T-Court. But she also had Tucker, Quinn, and Brooklyn. She had a lot of heavy hitters. But it's nothing taking her down. I don't know.
But I had Tucker and Quinn too. I guess I just didn't put them in at the right time because I had both of them too, child.
Yeah, it depends on when you rotate them in and off the bench. But the Joneses, we all got to come for her or something. I want to.
How far ahead is she? Because, child, I don't even know where I am.
1758. That's the top points. Now, it's a lot of people in the 1700s. I'm all the way down here in 7th place. Lord, I done clicked on my team. I didn't mean to do that.
Where am I? Last week, I think I was 16th place or something. Where am I now, child?
And I'm way behind. I'm at 1619. So that's a huge jump for me to get up to 1758. Now, really, B, where did you fall?
Child, I must be way down, child. Oh, Lord. You still scrolling?
No, you at 20. 14 over.
Where's El Teddy?
Now, El Teddy was ahead of you, and he done fell down to 23.
Yeah, he was ahead of me.
I don't know how he did that.
I wonder if he forgot to set his lineup.
He probably forgot to set his lineup. Y'all.
Devion said I'm staying in 14th place.
Devion. Yeah, Devion. No, that's Andrew. Devion, you moved up to 11th.
Oh, shucks. You almost in the top 10.
Look, I love this. I'm not happy with this season of Big Brother. I'm a little bit bored, but I will say I love playing this fantasy league right here. We have to do this again next year.
Oh, absolutely. 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 And even though I didn't win, I mean, when I say did, it don't look like I'm going to win, but I'm going to say this, now that people are running out of swaps, because you only had until jury.
It's no more swaps.
Stuck with whatever you got at this point. So I think we may start seeing some movement.
We got to come after the first place person. Let's look at her strategy.
Now we strategizing to come after the first place person, though.
Let's see. Last week she had an Angela, Chelsea, Quinn, and Rubina. Quinn is gone. We
Right.
don't know if she was smart enough, and I'm sure she was since she in first place, to take Quinn out of her roster for week 9. But if she did, she only has TT left. And TT gets nobody any points. I know because she been on my team in my starting
I
lineup.
about to say I think I
Even
got
when she
TT
was
too, child.
HOH, she only got 50 points, and that was her HOH week. So she might start coming down. The Joneses. I don't know. But
Where's Stormy? Stormy wants to know where they are.
Stormy, you in 4th place.
Stormy. We might have to start looking at you too.
Charles' mom is in 3rd place. Charles is in 5th place. Chris in 6th, and I'm in 7th. Look, I don't know what I got to do. The rest of my team not looking too good. All I got left is Angela, TT, Cam, and Chelsea.
Pull up my team because I know Quinn. I gotta move Quinn because I had Quinn, but I don't think I know Cam is on my damn bench.
You got Angela, but see, at least you got a lot of players left. Like a lot of us don't have a lot of players left. You still got Angela, McKenzie, Rubina, TT, and Cam. Look at Cam. The whole game only had 177 points.
That's what I'm saying. Cam don't get me nothing. He is such a dud. Ugh.
Absolutely nothing.
I just knew I was gonna get some points off of Cam's ass. Ain't got shit.
If Rubina get in the game, she might can get you up there. But Rubina needs to start winning some competitions.
Because all I have left to move off my bench, because I gotta move Quinn. Only people I got left is T-Core and Cam. And at this point, I put in T-Core before I put in Cam.
And she only gonna get
T-Core is at least part of the 3 that they're trying to get rid of. At least they're gonna be talking about T-Core and they strategizing. Nobody care about Cam.
Cam might need to go ahead and show mans with McKenzie just to get us some points.
Just to get us some points. Oh, you are so. I'm so disappointed in my in the homeboy. Because he lived right down the street from me, child. I'm so disappointed in him.
You're gonna have to twist your ankle up or something and go on and get a session with him and see what he really about.
See what'll probably happen is Busy will probably because Busy hangs out with a lot of the Big Brother folk. So Busy will probably invite me to something where he'll be, child.
Well, okay.
Because Busy is real cool with the cookout.
Oh, okay.
And what's the one? The name that the one that lives here, the young lady.
Aza.
Yeah, he's real cool with her.
So, okay.
Yeah, he's invited me to stuff that she's hosted before. I just haven't been able to make it. They're usually like, child, I'm an old lady. They're usually on a school night, child. There'll be like Big Brother watch parties. Like I think last year she did one for the double eviction, and then I think she did one for the double eviction, and then for the final night, the finale.
Okay.
Child, both of those were on a school night.
I never met Aza in person, but I did a game night with, I'm gonna say their name wrong, but I think it's who all over there. Eric, don't beat me up if I said your podcast name wrong, but I think it's who all.
I think that's what it is. Who all gonna be there? I think it's who all gonna be there.
Okay. That's what it is. They hosted a game night and Aza was a part of that game night. And so she was really fun at game night, but I've never met her in person though.
Yeah.
Just online.
Well, I told Busy the next time he invites me to something, I'm definitely going to go because one, when people invite you to stuff and you don't show up, they're going to stop inviting you. And it's not that I don't want to go. Yeah. Like I can go out on a school night. I just got to have myself mentally ready to be out on a school night. You know what I'm saying? Like if I know, okay, then I know. But just for me to be like, oh yeah, damn, I forgot, or so. But like definitely, if she has a watch night or something like that, I'll definitely be there for that. Like I'll definitely make it my business.
You have to go. Just don't stay late, because the show come on at 7. What's that? 8 y'all time. Just watch the show. That's 9. Have a couple of drinks.
I'm gonna tell you the other thing, and again, this is me being an old lady. I'm gonna tell you the other thing. Child, DC and the parking. I ain't got time to be trying to find parking, paying for paying for parking. You know, I was like, if I go, I'll probably just Uber, so I don't have to worry about parking. Because baby, parking can be a whole situation. No, I'm a teacher. I'm not in school. I'm a teacher.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I can understand the parking. I'm out here in Memphis. We got plenty of parking. So,
child, in downtown DC be a whole situation. Child, they be doing too much. They be doing too much. But anyway, like I said, that's just me being an old lady, y'all. That's just me being an old lady. But I am gonna go because again, I do want to go. I do want to, you know, I want to meet the people. You know, I want to meet the people. So.
I'm sure it's a really good time. I really one year want to make it to one of them finale night parties when all of the Big Brother players be there.
Yeah, I could definitely.
A lot of podcasts go every year, but Big Brother is usually over one in the middle of the week where I can't take off work, and it's year end. So it's so hard for me to make it to one of them parties.
Oh yeah, because you. Yeah.
If it was on a Saturday, I would be there, but Big Brother usually what ends on a Thursday.
Yeah.
That's too many days off work.
Yeah. Trust me, I feel you. Well, y'all, I'm about to get up out of here. We will definitely be back next week. We're going to see the first person going to jury. You know, they may or may not give us an update on Quinn. I think that the double eviction is going to be this week because generally speaking, it seems like once they open up jury, things just really seem to go really fast.
Get them out. It's time to get out.
Yeah. So I really feel like we're going to see a double eviction. If not this eviction, next eviction, definitely. That's my opinion, but I could be wrong.
Yeah. Maybe not this week since they already outside, because if they living outside for the week.
Yeah, this week maybe not because they already got a lot going on. You're right.
Yeah, so it'll probably be next week.
Yeah, you're right. It is a lot going on this week. So yeah, maybe not this week.
But
it will be interesting to see why they're outside, what happened, and what those evictions look like. I mean, the nominations look like. It's definitely gonna be.
I definitely want to know why they have to sleep outside because that's crazy to me. I'll probably self-evict before I sleep a whole week outside with them birds. A bird already pooped on TT's head.
I saw that. Oh my gosh. I was like, damn, T-Core, I feel you. That happened to me at school when I was a kid. That happened to me at school. I was so embarrassed. I was so embarrassed. I was so embarrassed. But anyway. All right, you guys. Thank y'all for being here. We will talk to y'all next week. Again, if you are on the Twitter side, make sure you guys subscribe to Kiss My Cheeks TV and Really Be TV and Busy Blue over on the YouTube side. Also, you guys, Busy Blue posts his shorts. He does his videos, but he takes out clips and he does his shorts. So y'all make sure y'all are checking him out on the Tiki-Taki as well, over to the TikTok. He's getting really, really good numbers on his TikTok, huh?
I'm gonna have to go follow him on TikTok. I didn't know
he's getting really good numbers on his TikTok shorts. He's getting really good numbers. So
go over there and look at it.
Y'all check him out on TikTok. And with that being said, any final words, Cheeks? Oh, she said that's her final word.
Happy Friday. Have a great weekend. Oh, I am doing Survivor next. I'm gonna do my first blind reaction to the Survivor cast as soon as we end this. So if you care about Survivor, come on over for that. But if
you're a Survivor person, make sure y'all go back. Y'all immediately go over to Kiss My Cheeks so y'all can get into that. I'm not a Survivor person, but y'all make sure y'all get over there.
We about to have a good time. Survivor starts next week.
Right. That's why I didn't know who Sari was last season. Sari. I ain't know who she was. I was like, who's that?
Yeah.
Everybody was all excited. I was like, I don't know this lady.
I was super excited for
and I hadn't watched
Traitors
either at that point. Because remember, everybody's like, you got to go back and watch Traitors.
You know what I thought about in the car today? This ain't got nothing to do with nothing. But you know that Kenya Moore situation. I said, damn, Kenya, you did all that foolishness and you missed out on Traitors. Because remember, she turned down Traitors because Roa was getting ready to start filming. I said, girl, you done missed out on Traitors and Roa. Sorry for you. But I can't wait for Traitors to come out.
Me too, y'all. Me too. All right, y'all. I'm out. Mwah. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.
Bye.
Bye. Girl.